All right, Todd wanted to show you an update on Parker, what we got going on for Force Fetch. I'm actually way overdue for sending you a video. But days are getting short and we're running out of time. So I wanted to make sure we kind of got you updated on where we are, talk to you about what Parker's doing, how she's doing. Since you got to come see her the other day, you kind of have a feel. In general, Parker is doing great. She's actually significantly ahead of her two sisters. So that's really nice. I've actually pushed Parker a little bit harder because I wanted to get done on our timetable and make sure that we can get her ready for you. I feel like she's responded very well to being pushed. A couple days ago, she started to be a little bit pouty and a little bit sulky, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't push her too hard, so we backed off a little bit. You'll notice today in this video she's not wearing her e-collar. We see the tails wagging, the dog's happy. In general, she's doing very well. So we'll start with what we always do. Throw her a couple of fun, teal here to go chase. Hey, Parker, there we go. Ready? And you can see she's running pretty well. She's running almost full speed there. She retreats nicely. She doesn't jack around with it in her mouth. Good girl. Right here. Right here. Here. Sit. Good. Give. Good dog. Her delivery to hand is very nice. She's doing great with that. She doesn't drop early. She comes in to heel. She understands what that's all about. All right. Parker. So all in all, the beginning retrieving part is going great. I don't think we're going to have any trouble with her doing marks here pretty quick. Heel. Sit. Good girl. I want to be able to talk. I want to be able to touch her. Give. Before we take the duck out of her mouth. And that's going just fine. Well, I'm going to put this duck away where she can't reach it for a second. Show you after we've done a couple of the fun retrieves, then we start to get into the work of the actual force fetching. All right, so what I like to see about Parker is she is following me over in the field to do this. Tail's wagging, we're keeping her spirits up, and that's what we need to see, especially in a young dog. I'm happy with that. Parker, right here. Good. She responds generally very, very well to voice commands. Like I said today, there's no e-collar on. All right. Fetch. Good girl. Heel. Parker, here. Heel. Sit. Good girl. Give. Good job. All right, so now we're able to apply pressure and fetch on command, and she's grabbing it out of my hand. I'm also not having to touch the collar to hold her, to control her in the heel. That's all going very well. So her obedience is getting solid, looks really good. So now, sort of the next big step we need her to do is we need her to grab it not out of my hand. So let me show you the progress on that. The way we do that is we're going to, again, go with the same pressure, fetch, and we just take the object lower, right here, heel, sit, good job, give, and you can see we're practicing that delivery to hand mechanism over and over and over and over. And that's really all dog training is just repeating those steps so that it's such an ingrained habit she can't think about doing it any other way. Parker is doing that very nicely. Heel. So now let's see if we can get her to go all the way to the ground. Sit. Good. Fetch. Oh, right. Okay, that's okay. It's a little denial. That's fine. Right here. Right here. Fetch. Good. Now that stick was actually touching the ground when she picked it up. The first time, I want you on this side. Heel. Sit. Good. Give. The first one, when I took my hand away, she balked because she didn't know what I wanted her to do. We'll get her to where she's better at. Let me show you how we do it. It's like micro steps, one at a time when we're doing this process. So sit. Fetch. Good girl. Good. Parker, here. Heel. Sit. Good girl. Yeah, good dog. So Parker is starting to vocalize a little bit from the pressure. That's extremely common. Virtually every dog vocalizes a little bit when we're applying pressure, some real acute pressure to that ear to get them to do what we want. The important thing is not what do they do when we apply the pressure, but how do they come back after it? How does she respond? Right now, she's looking at me. She wants to work with me. The tail is wagging. She's not pouting at me. She's not, I can reach for her and she doesn't flinch. So we're doing fine. So the vocalizing is very normal. All right, Parker. And then she gets to go chase her duck. So what we're doing is we're sandwiching that tougher pressure in the middle of go chase the duck. You. Heel. Sit. Good girl. Give. Good talk. So all in all, I'm very happy with that. The next objectives, the next few things we're going to be working on. I'm going to be working on getting the stick all the way on the ground and then getting it a few steps out in front of her. At that point, after we get that working, we'll switch the object. She went to chase a butterfly. We'll get it to where we'll switch the object. So then we'll go to a plastic bumper, a dock, and then a real bird. And those steps go usually like a day a piece. They go bam, 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 bam. And then once we got her doing all that nicely, then we're going to go to the water. And we'll go through the water because that's definitely where she needs some tweaking. It actually got cold this week. It's supposed to warm back up this weekend, so we'll probably try to get her in the water some this weekend when it gets hot. We got plenty of water flooded again, so we'll be working on that. But all in all, progress is good. I think we're right on track to be finished at the end of October. Her mechanics are coming along nice. Her demeanor is going just fine, so I'm very happy with Parker. We're making good progress.